We. HLA2 is a part of the Hebrew Public Network of Schools, which are leading a national movement of exceptional, diverse public charter schools that teaches modern Hebrew to children of all backgrounds and prepare them to be global citizens. What makes us special? We are diverse by design. We bring together students and families from a variety of different backgrounds. As it says on the slides, we do teach modern Hebrew. And as we dig in more tonight, you'll learn more about that model. We have staff who do speak Hebrew, and many of our staff members are bilingual or multilingual, and we ourselves are learning Hebrew at school. Our school's inclusiveness and sense of community really develops students' teamwork, empathy, cross-cultural understanding, and critical thinking. And those are attributes that are vital for success, not only at HLA2, but also in college, future careers, and for being a great global citizen. A big part of our school's focus includes the development of student skills in communication, including learning a foreign language, which is modern Hebrew, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. And we do have special times throughout our day where we focus as a community on social emotional learning. And we'll dig into that a bit more later this evening. So a bit about our values. We center our work around the acronym OLAM, which means world in Hebrew. And this is a word that we use often daily throughout all of our school spaces to touch on our values, to help our students as global citizens become lifelong learners, problem solvers, aware communicators, and great humans who can make a difference through their actions and contributions to the world and the community around them. So what does this really mean? We are outstanding problem solvers, so optimistic and solutions oriented, and we use critical thinking and evidence to solve problems. When I think about lifelong learners, we're really raising our students and our children to fall in love with learning so that they continue their educational journey, not only at HLA2, but really for a lifetime. When I think about developing our students and one another as aware communicators, I think about listening deeply. We know that listening deeply, taking others' perspectives, learning about languages and cultures are fundamental characteristics of being global citizens. And last but certainly not least, when I think about making a difference, we collectively use our problem solving, learning, and communication skills to make a big difference or small differences in the world around us. And our world needs that now more than ever. So without further ado, we are going to dig into a brief virtual tour of our space. Thank you,
All right.
Rod.
Yep, I'm going to jump into the video. If for any reason the audio is wonky or isn't working right, just let me know and I'll pull my earphones out. But it should be good to go.
Welcome to Hebrew Language Academy Charter School 2, or HLA2. We are thrilled that you're able to join us for a virtual tour today and look forward to showing you our facility and sharing more information about the school. Let's get started. HLA2 has been serving our community since 2017 and is located in District 21. In the upcoming school year, we will serve over 300 students in grades K through 4. Our school is part of a larger network of schools called Hebrew Public. We are a diverse public charter school that teaches modern Hebrew to children of all backgrounds and prepares them to be successful global citizens. All of this brings me to our OLAM values, which guide our entire community each day. The acronym OLAM, which which is the Hebrew word for world, represents these 4 core values. The first stop on our tour is our main office, where you can find our operations associate and our operations director who can help with answering and supporting any questions. Our school leadership team includes our founding head of school, Ashley Furin, assistant head of school, Katie Pasley, academic dean, dean of culture, academic dean of Hebrew, and our special education coordinator. Our students will receive modern Hebrew instruction taught by native speakers who only speak to their students in Hebrew. As they learn modern Hebrew, they also have the opportunity to learn about the culture and history of Israel. Our next stop will be a peek into a kindergarten classroom. Each classroom at HLA2 is named after a city in Israel, and today we will be visiting the Yerushalayim classroom. Each class is enrolled with approximately 26 students. Each ICT classroom is led by 2 teachers, and all other classrooms have 1 lead and 1 associate teacher. Our K-2 ELA instruction broadly includes readers and writers workshop, guided reading, and phonics instruction. For grades 3 and 4, we do closed reading, guided reading, and expeditionary learning. Welcome to the multi-purpose room. This large space serves as our gymnasium, and it is also used for school-wide events. HLA2 serves kosher breakfast, lunch, and snack daily to all students. Meals are served in classrooms. The physical and emotional safety of our students is of the utmost importance. After all, we come to school to be safe and to learn. Thank you for joining us today for this virtual tour. If you have any additional questions, please do not hesitate to contact us by calling 718-682-5610 or emailing us at info@hla2.org. We hope to be able to welcome you in person sometime soon. Shalom.
All right.
Right. So as was shared in that video, we are going to meet some of the members of our leadership team who I am so delighted to have here this evening. HLA2 is the second Brooklyn school in a network that's leading a national movement of exceptional, diverse public charter schools that teach modern Hebrew to children of all backgrounds and prepare them to be successful global citizens. So I am going to pass the mic to Miss Pasley, our assistant head of school.
Good evening. My name is Ms. Pasley. I'm the assistant head of school. I have been at the school since the 2nd year. And my favorite thing about the school is that we hold the students to a really high academic bar while also bringing all the joy and the fun that you've probably seen in the videos and photos.
Hello, everybody.
Yep. Hi, Brandon. Sorry. Passing to Brandon.
Hello, everyone. I am Brandon Parker, and I'm currently the Director of Operations here at HLA2. And what I enjoy the most about being here is our global citizen aspect of our OLM values. It allows us not only, as Ms. Pasley said, to have students focus on their academic achievements, but immerse them in different cultures and different aspects of others around them. I'll pass it over to our academic dean of Hebrew.
Shalom, everyone. My name is Sari Deluya, and I am the Academic Dean of Hebrew at HLA2. What I love about HLA2 is that HLA2 is a warm and joyful place that serves students from all backgrounds. At HLA2, we ensure that every child receives the opportunity to grow not only academically, but also socially and emotionally. Shalom. And I'm going to pass it to Ms. Thompson.
Good evening. My name is Valencia Chapman Thompson. I am the academic dean, and this is my 3rd year at HLA2. I love HLA2 for its diversity work, and I also love HLA2 because the teachers are so invested in the students and truly want to see them succeed. I'll now pass it to our SPED coordinator, Lizzie Shander.
Good evening. My name is Lizzie Shander. I'm the special education coordinator. It is my 2nd year at HLA2. And to echo Ms. Chapman-Thompson, I also just love how invested every single adult in the school is, from aside from the teachers, from the office staff to the custodian to every single leader that walks the school. Everyone is involved in making the kids grow and just do really well at school.
Thank you so much, team. You'll notice that one of our teammates, Mr. Kevin Mara, is not here with us this evening. He is taking care of some things with his family, but he is another friendly face that you will see during arrival and dismissal, along with the entire team here. We are all here to love and support our students into growing as great humans and as learners. So a few quick facts, some of which were mentioned in the video and some of which are slightly updated. Again, I say it because I can't say it enough. We serve all students of all ability levels, of all backgrounds, and all are welcome at HLA2. As the founding head of school, we opened our doors in 2017, serving only kindergarten and first grade. And we've grown 1 year each year, as you heard. Sarit Daluya joined us as our academic dean of Hebrew. Katie Pasley joined as our assistant head of school. And then Ms. Chapman-Thompson. We have grown and grown over the years. In the coming school year, we are delighted. We are offering pre-K through 5th grade. This coming school year will be our inaugural year with pre-K. And so if you're here and have questions, again, the chat is open for you at this time. Feel free to drop those questions there. HLA2 is located in a private space, which means we are the only school there. Currently, we are at 1870 Stillwell Avenue, and soon we'll be moving to our new school home, which is located at 2286 Cropsey Avenue. So I know you're all eager to hear a bit more about our permanent home. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Parker.
Our new home would be an understatement. We're all more than excited, students, families, staff, for the new space. A few highlights of that space. As you can see, it's a modern, brand new construction that we'll be relocating to in January 2023, just in time for the start of the new year. This space comes with modern, updated classrooms that are much larger for our children to expand and to begin experimental learning projects in their curriculum, as well as we'll have our own gymnasium and cafeteria, parking lot, and easier access for our students to transition throughout the building, as well as explore other areas within the neighborhood.
Wonderful. One of the things that our new space will also have that our returning families are eager to have, and I know that you will be too, is outdoor play space. So there will be more to come about that space and that move as the time draws closer. There may also be questions about what we've been doing as a school to keep our students, staff, and entire community safe and healthy during this time. So we'd love to share that with you as well.
So with that, our academic schedule has shifted so that way we're able to socially distance students' arrival and their dismissal. So during their arrival time, there's an 11-minute window that families are able to drop off their students. And temperature screening is conducted there for those that are either walking, coming via bus, or coming through car transportation with their families. Every day at 6 o'clock in the morning, there is a survey that goes out through our Parent Square app, which would be a great way to familiar ourselves with, because we communicate everything via Parent Square to our families. It's a short survey just to see how your students are feeling in the morning prior to dropping them off to school. We conduct deep cleaning every day, if not every afternoon as well, throughout the building and facility, as well as hand washing and sanitizing stations outside of all of our classrooms. With the newest mandate that went out, optional mask wearing is now something that everyone can partake in. As you can see in the photos to the left, the top photo is our students now. Most of them, as you can see, are unmasked, which they're able and happy to do, see each other's smiling faces in the midst of instruction and share that quality time on our carpets. that we were missing out on for a while due to COVID restrictions and social distancing. The picture on the bottom is pre taking off our masks, where students were still able to see each other, interact at a safe distance while receiving instruction.
Thank you so much. We have been adjusting as those updates have been coming, and we will continue to do so. Again, it is a mask optional policy, and we want to ensure that students and families are making the choice that is best for their personal health and that of their family, and are supporting our students and staff and ensuring that everyone in the community feels comfortable making that individualized decision. It is time to talk about the bread and butter of HLA2, which is our academics. So I would love to turn it over to our assistant head of school and our academic deans to dig into our programming.
All right. In the video earlier, you heard a bit about our ELA and math curricular pieces, noting here that those do follow the New York State Next Generation and Common Core standards and are personalized to meet each student's unique needs. In just a bit, our special education coordinator, Lizzie, will talk about those pieces, but noting also that we differentiate instruction to meet the needs of all of our students, regardless of if they have an IEP or not. Some highlights of our curriculum include our Hebrew language instruction, our science program, specials to include gym, music, and art. We do use NWEA map testing to get a gauge on where students are. This is a nationally normed assessment that measures students' progress in ELA and math and lets us know where students are currently and where we can push them to next. And this does help differentiate the instruction. Passing to Valencia Chapman Thompson to speak a bit more about students' daily schedules and a day in the life of an HLA2 student.
Thank you, Katie. Yeah, so looking at our schedule, we open our doors for students at 7:40. They receive breakfast and begin the day with morning meeting. They then move into instruction. Students then have social times with classmates during lunch and recess. Students also receive Hebrew instruction and special classes daily. Students end the day with close and circle, which is the time when we review the day and prepare for the next. Lastly, students are dismissed beginning at 3:05 for our little ones and ending at 3:30 for our older students. We can move forward to a day in the life of an HLA2 student. So we have morning meeting for grades pre-K through 5. All teachers are trained in leading these culture building times. Morning meeting, as designed by Responsive Classroom, is intended to be an engaging way to start each day, build a strong sense of community, and set kids up for success socially and academically. Each morning, students gather in a circle to interact with each other for 4 purposeful components, which are greeting, sharing, activity, and a morning message. Thank you.
Valencia, thank you so much. That is one of the most joyous times in our building when you hear all students greeting one another, playing games, singing songs, and we get to dig into all sorts of fun. One of the things we all learn is to say shalom. So Sarit, I'm going to pass it to you to talk a bit more about Hebrew and how instruction works, especially for those of our families who are not familiar with the language.
So shalom again, everyone. At HLA2, we teach Hebrew through the proficiency-based approach, which is considered the gold standard in foreign language instruction in the United States. The focus is on how the learners function in the language in real life, rather than what they know about the language. In other words, the focus is on communicating meaningfully in Hebrew, as native speakers do. Activities during Hebrew lesson are designed to make the language comprehensible, meaningful, and mostly fun. Students first listen to the language and experience it through hands-on activities such as movement, songs, hand motions, dancing, pictures, and games. They also are exposed to Israeli culture through children's songs, videos, and stories. Students respond to simple questions at the beginning when they come to HLA2, such as what's your name, how do you feel, what color do you like, etc., and all in Hebrew. All our teachers speak only Hebrew during Hebrew lesson. In short, they learn how to function in the language in a meaningful way, real-life communication situations. In addition, we integrate Israel studies and current events into Hebrew lessons. And we're working in small groups based on student proficiency level in speaking, listening, reading, and writing. We can see the next slide.
Okay, I'm gonna jump into this next video. It should start here. It might have to load for a second.
Now we're going to see a small activity during Hebrew lesson. So as we saw, students followed instructions only in Hebrew and just a little activity that students are participating in joining during Hebrew lessons.
Sarit, thank you so much. Every time I watch that video, I hear her say, aha, and she says something about getting in line, and Stein, and she gestures to help kids get in line. And it always amazes me how students follow that process. And between the words, visuals, and repeated language, they're able to grasp the concepts. For families who aren't familiar with the proficiency level, the proficiency approach, it's much like a baby would learn a language. So I might learn how to say something like Shalom, Ani, Ashley. And Sarit would be able to respond.
Shalom, ani Sarit.
And so in a simple activity like that, which is repeated and repeated, students are able to start their Hebrew learning journey with us. We've talked a lot about being a school which supports all students and all learners. And so I would love to talk a bit with Ms. Lizzie Shander, our Director of Special Education.
Good evening, families. As Ms. Furin has mentioned, we do serve all students that come to our school, including those students that have IEPs and need special education services, as well as English language learners. And we provide a full array of special education services, including integrated co-teaching classrooms, related services such as speech, occupational, physical therapy, and counseling. We also provide SETs, which are small group intervention services. Students that require some extra one-on-one support do have paraprofessionals. And we also do provide intervention to students who maybe don't have special education needs, but do require some special small group attention to make sure that they are learning. And we do also provide pull-out and push-in English language learner services to raise the English language level, proficiency level of our students who are not native English speakers.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lizzie. As the team has shared this evening, we are all here to support our students. And an important part of that is our school culture team. Our school culture team is led by Kevin Mara. And on that team, we have Kayla Lane, who is our Assistant Dean of Culture. Miss Leah Bernstein, our social worker. We also added another social work intern this year, and we also have social work support at the network level. This is fantastic and really sets us apart from so many other schools because we have a team of individuals who are really focused on helping ensure that all staff are supporting students' social emotional growth and helping them understand how their choices impact not only themselves and their own learning, but how their choices impacts those around them. We want our students to learn how to monitor and regulate their own behavior and choices, to reflect on their choices, and how to learn how to make better choices in the future if they've made a mistake or a choice that's not the best for their learning. In the same way students learn and grow their academic skills, we are all at different places, adults and children alike, in developing our social and emotional skills and our ability to communicate what we're thinking and how we're feeling. And I have to underscore that at HLA2, we really do believe that feelings, all feelings, big, small, positive, and negative, all feelings are okay. We are human. And what we aim to do is support students to express their feelings in a way that is healthy, in a way that is safe, again, so that we can all support them to grow as global citizens. Now, that's all serious stuff, but I want to go on to the next slide because as Ms. Pasley mentioned, learning can be really hard, but learning is really fun, and school should be fun. There is a lot that we do to get our students and staff very jazzed about coming to school. We have weekly community meetings. Currently, those are happening via Zoom where our entire school gathers. We play minute to win it games. We talk about our Olam values. We sing, chant, cheer, do riddles, you name it. It is a great time. That's led by Mr. Mara and the culture team. We also have Spirit Days for March Madness. We have Spirit Days every Friday, class color days, twin day, superhero day. You'll see some students dressed up for book character day. It looks like the whole class wanted to be the same character as from a Dr. Seuss book. That's a lot of love right there. We do teach modern Hebrew and Israel studies to our students. And so we have a special Israel celebration day or week. In that photo there at the top, you'll see teachers handing out snacks to students on a flight to Israel. That is a flight simulation in a plane that was built by our staff, where staff also acted as staff for the airline, scanned tickets, and got students really excited about taking a trip to Israel, where they could then arrive at a market to spend their shekels on various items there. We also have Student of the Month awards, Olam awards for students who are really embodying our shared values, honor roll for academic achievement, and of course, end of year celebrations. Those are a few, just to name them. And there is a lot more fun to be had. When we are not decked out in all of those fun spirit outfits, we do have a uniform policy. And so I'm going to turn that over to Mr. Parker to share with all of us.
So our uniform policy outside of Spirit Days are navy blue dress pants for students, as well as blue skirts, jumpers, navy blue skirts or jumpers for our girls. And for the tops, they have the option of wearing solid white, solid light blue, navy collared button-down shirt, or even blazers for those that do like to get dressed up on Mondays to put some pep in their step. Sweaters, as well as sweater vests, are permitted over their uniform tops as well. Hoodies, however, are not.
And there's a lot of talk about uniforms. Are they good? Are they bad? They do help us create a shared identity, so that we can pay less attention to what we're wearing and really focus on our academic work. It also helps us ensure that all families, regardless of socioeconomic status, feel at home. We do have a uniform library for those in need, or if you're ready to pass a few things on and maybe see if we have a few to help as your child grows. Our families are very committed to making sure that our gently worn uniform items are kept in circulation for other families that may need them. All right, Brandon, I'm going to pass it back to you to talk about the fun of food, recess, after school, and your team.
So, lunch and recess. I will say this has to be one of the only schools that you can smell the food through the hallways as it's being prepared. So with that being said, it goes hand in hand for our students. Lunch is the first part of their lunch and recess break. After the students are finished with lunch, they're able to have recess, whether it's outside, doing nature walks in our multi-purpose room, or in their classrooms. We do serve a kosher food for breakfast, lunch, and snack. Breakfast is in the morning for students when they come in, regardless of if they happen to be late that day. We do still provide it for them. Lunch is hot and served daily. Lunch is served in their classrooms as of now. Next year, we'll be in a cafeteria. Excited for that. And our monthly menu is shared with families well in advance through our Home at HLA2 messaging. Here at HLA, we do have a number of after-school programs that you're able to choose from as parents. So we start out with JCH, which is about a 10-minute walk from our school. They do pick up the students in busing on Fridays. On Monday through Thursdays, they do walk with the students when the weather allows them to do so. In inclement weather, they again have busing for students. We also have the UCAN Center, which is an even closer walk to the school, and that is offered Monday through Friday as well. We have the Shorefront Y, which provides bus transportation for our students to pick them up after school during our regular dismissal times, Monday through Friday. And our newest edition, Kavan program, it operates on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for our students. So, as all other schools, we have 181 days of school. We traditionally follow the DOE calendar for most breaks and holidays. We're closely aligning and working on our current schedule for next year. Once that has been solidified by our network team, we'll push that out to prospective families as well so that you can see our upcoming school year calendar. We do offer free DOE busing. It's provided to eligible students through the Office of Pupil Transportation. For the days that we do not line up with the DOE, we have historically provided busing to keep that consistency for students and families who are not able to get their kiddos to school without the bus services. Our school nurse is provided by the Department of Health and overseen in conjunction with our school management team, as well as the DOE. Our school hours are 7:40 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. The 3:05 to 3:30 time block, as stated earlier, is the staggered dismissal time. Our arrival window is from 7:40 to 7:50. Students who arrive after 7:50 are late. On Fridays, it's the same arrival block time from 7:40 to 7:50. However, we begin our dismissal at 12:10 and conclude at 12:40. And one point that for families that do seek after school programs, it does incorporate picking the students up from the school at our half days on Friday. So those after school programs run concurrent.
Thank you so much, Brandon. Again, that adjusted schedule, our after school providers are there to support. And what it allows us to do as a leadership team is to bring our staff and teachers together for professional development. And that's what helps us ensure that instruction is strong and that we are supporting students in their social emotional development, and planning for that as well. So that Friday time is great lifelong learning time for our staff. Last, but perhaps most important, and it is all of you. Our families are our partners in this work. We truly want you to know who to go to for support at all times, whether that's by email, by phone, or even by text with many of our families. We do aim to return all emails within 24 business hours. As was mentioned earlier, we have a weekly newsletter called Home at HLA2. In that newsletter, you'll always receive a letter from me, the head of school, an update on culture initiatives, spirit days, academic pieces, see photos of learning in action, lunch menus, all that jazz. So that really is the one-stop must-read email for all of our families. We're also able to communicate through that app, which was mentioned earlier, called Parent Square. Or one call where we can send home an automated message. If your child rides the bus, something as simple as a phone call or a quick email that says the bus has left the school is meant to just help provide some ease and comfort knowing that your child is on their way home. Our grade teams send out weekly newsletters, and homeroom teachers are also active on email, Google Voice, and text, really thinking about what the preferred method of communication is, ensuring that we can connect with one another in a timely manner. Last but fun, we do have two official Facebook pages. One is our official HLA2 Facebook page, which I encourage you to check out. Once you've chosen to enroll at HLA2, families are welcome to join our parent group. We post almost daily there, sharing photos and videos, and our teachers do as well. We value your involvement and your input very much, and are always here to support you and your children as they grow with us at HLA2. So it is about 6:45. I want to say thank you so much to those of you who took time to join us this evening. Hopefully we have been able to answer many of your questions. You may feel free to drop those in the chat at this time if you have some that are still lingering. I also invite you to send any follow-up questions that you may have to info@hla2.org. Again, that's info@hla2.org. And that will come to our team. I have dropped that in the chat for you. So if there are no other questions, this is the time where we say shalom, Lila Tov.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.